The Prime Initiative.
Miss Jeffy is the host of Jeffy Said What? Badass show on YouTube, podcast, that I was fortunate enough to be on her show actually a long time ago. But she has a vast array of different hosts on her, or rather guests on her show, spawning from anywhere from first responders to just interesting people in general. This time around, in her recent episode, she had this gentleman who work with canines, military canines, and their teams. And me being a giant fan of canines, I just couldn't help but watch this, and I wanted to share it with you guys. And I'll go ahead and put her link on the bottom below. Like I said, all of her shows are very informative, and she has interesting guests on there. So let's take a look at this particular one pertaining to canines. And I gotta say, canines are just amazing creatures as they are. Just dogs in general, amazing. And canines, man, I gotta say, like if you ever work with canines or just been around them in general, they're amazing creatures. And I gotta say, the majority of canines out there are actually better than some fucking partners that I know. So yeah, let's take a look at this.
To Working Dog Rex, we deployed to Iraq in 2004, and our mission was to detect explosives, IEDs, and protect the Marines and civilians out there. And we survived, thankfully. Came home, and now I work in the veteran community. I help put on events that support today's generation of dog teams and dog handlers.
Well, you just had a huge event today, which we would have loved to have promoted it, but we found out after our last show last week, and we were actually out of town. So let's begin. We have Dawn Monroe in the studio as well. So tell us about your event today, and then I have questions about Rex, your dog.
Yeah, absolutely. So this week, March 13th, is known as National Canine Veterans Day. So we have Veterans Day, which is November 11th every year, right? But
Thank you for your service, by the way.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. And thanks for having me here.
Yeah.
This is really fun. So March 13th is known as National Canine Veterans Day because on March 13th in 1942 is when the official program for military dogs was created. And
I didn't know that. March 13, 1942. That's badass.
And so because that was the birth date, we just kind of adopted it as the annual date to celebrate the military dogs. But it's expanded to honoring law enforcement and first responder working dogs, any dog teams that serve a purpose in protecting lives in the communities and protecting the country and overseas. We celebrate them on March 13th. So in that spirit, we wanted to do a day to honor all the dogs. And we did it today, March 15th, because it's a Saturday, so more families can come. It was a family-friendly event.
Right.
And it was at Battleship Iowa in San Pedro.
Which I just found out about.
That's badass. I've been on that.
Yeah, the Battleship Iowa, it's an iconic.
That if you guys haven't had a chance to visit that battleship in San Pedro, please do. It's filled with history, and I gotta say, what would be awesome is actually to go to that ship and investigate it, because I mean investigation as far as like ghost hunting, because fuck, man, you go in there and there's certain parts and quarters of that battleship where you get this feeling that you're being watched. Anyway, let's just get back to it.
Battleship, and it's an amazing museum now. And so we invited all of these heroic, brave working dog teams in the greater LA area: LAPD K9, LA County Sheriff K9, CHP, Actually, the Marines from Camp Pendleton came up, and then we had Navy, the K9 units from Naval Base Ventura, Edwards Air Force Base, Long Beach K9, Burbank. So a lot of PD.
Totally awesome, guys. We're not going to steal the fire. I just wanted to share this video with you. I'll go ahead and put the description on the bottom below. Feel free to subscribe to this. This is obviously an awesome channel. I love it. Very informative. Name of the show, Jeffy Said What? Okay. Keep fighting, guys.
The Prime Initiative.